Tonight, an unfortunate loss of a UNF student.
And a student taken to the hospital by UPD after a party. You're watching Spinnaker News on Spinnaker Television.
Good evening, Ospreys. I'm Patrick Lloyd.
And I'm Cassandra Ortiz. You're watching Spinnaker News on Spinnaker Television.
Some tragic news to report now. On October 31st at 10:39 p.m., 22-year-old UNF student William Cooper was killed in a motorcycle accident. He was headed north on 295 at a high speed when he lost control of his motorcycle. The front collided with a guardrail, causing Cooper to fly off the motorcycle. He died immediately. Tom Van Shore, Dean of Students, said, quote, "It's incredibly tragic and unfortunate," end quote. "We will certainly be keeping William's family and friends in our thoughts and prayers in their time of grief." The Spinnaker sat down with Will's girlfriend, Danielle King, this afternoon.
He was just a really good guy. He was really sensitive. And he just really cared about other people and not about himself. He always put me before him. He absolutely loved school because he had big dreams. He was going to be the first person in his family to graduate from college. He had just taken a really big test that he had been stressing about for about 2 weeks. So we were going to go out to the beach bars with one of his friends because that's where everybody was going. But I said, let's just go to my friend's house right up the street. We got over there around 9:30 and we were just hanging out, introducing ourselves to everybody. And the person whose house it was, her boyfriend had a motorcycle. Well, Will absolutely loves motorcycles, so he could not resist the temptation to get on the motorcycle. And the boy whose motorcycle was gave him the keys, told him to crank it up and, take it just around the parking lot. So he said, okay, I'm gonna get on it. I'm just gonna go right up to the front of the neighborhood and I'll be right back. I could tell something was wrong the minute he took off and I heard him get onto the interstate. I had kind of that gut feeling that he wasn't gonna come back. What I really feel bad for is the people that aren't going to get to know him and the things that he isn't going to get to experience now. I'm just happy that he went, doing something that he loved.
A memorial service for Will take place this Saturday at 2 p.m. at Murray Hill Methodist Church. The address is 4101 College Street, area code 32205. Danielle says everyone is welcome.
Really sad story. A student was taken to the hospital after she was found disoriented after a party. The student and her boyfriend went to an off-campus party on October 30th. Her boyfriend dropped her off at the Osprey Cove dorms at around 10:30 that night, but shortly after he got a call from her roommate saying she went to get water but never returned. That's when UPD was contacted and later found her. She'd hit her head and broke her cell phone. Later that night, she attempted to leave the dorm once again. She became hostile and admitted to police that she had also smoked marijuana and had taken pills. That student was taken to WK Memorial Hospital.
There could possibly be some changes coming up as to who is allowed to vote for certain senators at UNF. The way the system is currently set up is that any activities and services fee-paying students are eligible to vote for any Senate seat. The proposed change would mean that only students of a certain college could vote for senators within that college. For example, if a student from the College of Arts and Sciences is running for Senate, then only students in the College of Arts and Sciences would be able to vote for that person. Also, only registered graduate students could vote for other graduate students. The current title of elections is the Inter-College Election, but the amendment would change it to General Election. All right, Ospreys, stick around. We've got a story coming up about grand theft. We'll be right back after this short message.
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. Check out these two. It's Flirt City over here. I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to Spinnaker News Ospreys. I'm Cassandra Ortiz.
And I'm Patrick Lloyd. Hey, let's get you caught up with weather and toss it over to Vanessa.
Hey there, Ospreys. I'm Vanessa Pearson here with your weather report. It's been quite windy lately, but that's just another beautiful sign that fall is here. Today was no exception, with the winds reaching between 15 and 20 miles per hour. So make sure you bring a jacket with you outside, but not only for the rain, but only for the wind for the rain too. As you can see on the map, we've got a little bit of rain coming around Jacksonville. It's not too much to wear rain boots and a raincoat, but it would be wise to have an umbrella handy just in case. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. On Wednesday and Thursday, we have our highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s. It will be expected to be rainy on Thursday, so make sure you have an umbrella handy. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have our highs in the 70s and our lows in the lower 60s, but we can expect some sun on those weekend days. So we're expecting to have a little bit of rain, not too much rain, however, but you know, whatever you're doing, Ospreys, make sure you're going outside and dressing appropriately. Let's get back to the desk.
Highs in the 70s. That sounds pretty good to me. Doesn't it sound good to you?
It definitely does, and I'm kind of sad I didn't bring my umbrella today because it's definitely been raining a little bit on and off throughout the entire day.
Yeah, it was raining, but hopefully the cold fronts will start coming through, and hopefully it'll start feeling like November.
Hopefully, I want those 70s back.
Yeah.
Well, in other news, a locker was damaged in the men's locker room at the Student Union Wellness Center last week on October 28th. The top of the locker was bent and the self-locking lock itself was damaged. The following day, the locker was investigated and inside was an electronic cigarette that had been manipulated to smoke marijuana. Damage to the locker is estimated to be as much as $199, and unfortunately, there were no witnesses.
A student's MacBook Pro was stolen on October 29th when she accidentally left it on a bench near the Honors Hall and the Coggin College of Business. The student went back to see if her computer and other belongings were still there, but unfortunately it was a crime of pure opportunity. No witnesses were at the scene and nothing has been turned in to Lost and Found. The laptop is worth $1,000.
And 2 students from the Active Minds Club will be going to Washington, D.C., so congratulations to them. The group made a request of about $970 to send 2 students to the Active Minds National Conference from November 14th to the 17th. The conference focuses on mental health and networking with similar groups throughout the country. Their request was approved 6-0.
All right, Ospreys, it's that time again. Time for sports. Let's toss it over to our man, Josh Brannick.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick Lloyd. Hey, Ospreys, I am Josh Brannick coming to you on this gloomy and cool Tuesday evening. The men's soccer team finally returned to Hodges Stadium across the way last Friday, and the men were able to come through and beat the Hatters of Stetson University 1-0. The game wasn't an easy win as the team won in an overtime OT thriller. The winning goal came in the second half of overtime for UNF. The winning goal was put into the back of the net by John Michael Vieira. This was also his first goal for UNF. UNF will be in action tomorrow as they look to fillet some fish. The Ospreys will be taking on Jacksonville University. That is Jacksonville University across the way, our rivals, at 7 p.m. Headed from the grass to the wooden floor, the UNF volleyball team will be taking the court in about 30 minutes or so as they host Stetson University at 6 p.m. The team is currently in 7th place in the A-Sun, 2 games back from the 6th place KSU Kennesaw State Owls. Now, back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you. Well, most importantly, I see that you look a little bit different, Patrick. You got a little stubble going on here.
Yeah, it's all about No Shave November. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to be doing that, and I see Josh is
got it
participating
too.
as well.
I'm sorry, Patrick. I know I put you a little bit to shame here, but one of these days you'll get.
I might put both of you to shame here soon.
I don't know about that.
Cassandra, that might be something that I might be a little scared to see.
Maybe. I'm a little scared too. All right, UNF, well, that's all we have for you tonight.
And hey, remember, keep yourself informed with UNFSpinnaker.com.
Have a wonderful night, Ospreys. Stay dry. Stay dry. I was about to say stay.
Hi, my name's Grady Trimble, and I'm a host on Spinnaker TV's new entertainment morning show. We talk about everything that's important to you as a college student, from test taking to twerking. So tune in to The Early Bird from 9, 10, and 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday on channel 170. See you there.